Welcome everybody. I'm over here on the east coast, and as I sort of said about in the last video, I've had some issues with the truck. I come over with a machine on, and the customer was very specific. They didn't want any filming, no social media and such, which is that's their prerogative, and YouTube doesn't pay my bills, unfortunately, so the customer does. So yep, I just abided by their wishes. But here's a bit of a sneaky pick of it anyway. Yeah, so it was a heavy load, so I had the dolly with me. Still got the dolly with me. And as I got closer over here, the gearbox was getting noisier and noisier and harder to shift, and it's always been a bit of a pain, this gearbox. It's always felt like it's had a bit of drag there, like something's just not right. And then as well as that, the clutch pedal kept disappearing, so I'd stop and I'd get underneath and into the inspection hole and adjust it again, reset it at half-inch gap there at the thrust bearing, and it'll be fine. And next time you pull up, you put your foot in the clutch and it's gone again. So there was some shenanigans going on there as well. So I delivered my load. I managed to get it there. I drove the last couple of days without a clutch. The old starter motor done well, and got it delivered, and then back into Goulburn. I made a couple of calls around a couple of places, and got hold of a workshop, and they were brilliant. They said, yep, we'll get onto it tomorrow on the Monday, and they did. I made the call to replace the gearbox to save time. Cost money, but it saved time. So it's one of them decisions that they could have pulled it out, sent it off, got a remand. Would have been cheaper, but it would have taken longer. So this way, Daimler Trucks actually had the special on with the gearbox, clutch, and a drum of oil, and spigot bearing, thrust bearing, all that with it in the box. So I hired the ute and shot up to Sydney, grabbed the gearbox while the workshop was pulling this one to bits, and yeah, they swapped everything over. And once I got the old gearbox out, I threw it back on the ute up to Sydney again to get me core trade-in back. That was $4,000 they give me for the old gearbox. And yeah, they got it going this morning, and so I'll put a link in the description for their workshop, for Rona's workshop. Put their website there. If you're in Goulburn and you need help, truck, trailer, whatever, they'll do it all, cars, machinery. Brilliant service. Just can't thank them enough, and reasonable price. I have to admit, I was sweating a bit, and thank God for credit cards. I'll be stuffed without one. I'll be absolutely up the creek without a paddle. So yeah, no, they were brilliant. Excellent service, and yeah, it's great. It's so quiet in here now. I didn't realise how noisy the gearbox was getting. But anyway, I just had a call from Wayne. I put some posts up on Facebook looking for a load, and yeah, had a call from Wayne, and there's a grader an hour down the track here, so I'm going to go and load that and head west. So things have worked out pretty good. My bank account's a bit lighter, my credit card's a bit heavier, but we're moving. The truck, this thing will go forever now, and I'm pretty happy with it, with how the gearbox is. It's beautiful to drive now. So, and we've got a backload going from an hour where I delivered, an hour down the track, to Malaga and Perth. So can't ask for much more than that. So I just can't thank everybody enough that helped me out here with getting the gearbox done, and yeah, Wayne for ringing about a backload. That's just, it's made my day. Anyway, we'll do some filming when we get here. I've got my dolly stacked up, so yeah, we'll have to unstack that. No big deal, and yeah, we'll get into it. Well, what a turn up for the books, eh? Things were looking pretty grim. There was no backloads. I just spent all the money on my clutch and my gearbox, and I thought I was going to be stuck in New South Wales. I was going to give it another day and I was going to run back empty. And then, yeah, text from Wayne, and he said, have you got a load? I've got a grader if you want to take it. So here we are. I'm in Yass at the Ampol in Yass, and there is a lot of trucks here, and it's going to be a noisy old night. So nice little 140. Definitely don't need the dolly for it, but it was with me, so I've got to run it. There's no room to put it on. 6 chains on it, 4 half-inch 13mm, 2 at the back, 2 at the front, and just a couple over the blade. Now the blade, I know people that will only strap the blade and it is enough to hold the machine, but I've only done it so it holds the rubber in place here, holds the blade down on the rubber so that doesn't walk. Strap there holding the rubber on the other side. Yeah, so that's what the go is there. But this is going to be a noisy night, but I'm okay with that because I've got a backload and I'm on the move. So yeah, trucks going everywhere, flat out. Alright, we'll keep you updated as we get on the road in the morning. Cheers. Well, good morning everybody. This morning we're waking up in Monash and it is cold. It is very cold, so we're just starting the day off checking some chains and kicking some tyres, and got the truck going to get the heater going because man, it is cold. Very stiff breeze out here, but we'll keep on kicking tyres. Got to keep moving. It's very, it's refreshing waking up like this now. It's that cold that I've actually got socks on with me thongs, with me jandals. Yeah. Oh, so all we do, obviously, give all the chains a bit of a kick. Tyres, hit them with a hammer, just so you can tell, in case, because I'm not heavy, if one of them's soft, the other one will hold it up and you won't really see. There's my broken handle on me. My bar there, got a bit carried away tightening it up one day and managed to break it. So, oh, it's all good. Righto. Still can't go for a few minutes yet, but get me pre-start done and hopefully get the heater going. Well, nearly the end of another day, so I haven't shown a lot today because it's just, as I said before, it's driving. I've just gone through Sejuna and I got pulled in by the transport inspectors there, the NHVR, and I've been doing this for a long time. Obviously running over the east and that isn't my usual. I've done it a bit, so I've never been pulled up by the NHVR before. That's my first time ever. I even lived on the Sunshine Coast for a bit, drove up and down that side of the country and never got stopped. So that's the first time I've ever had my logbooks looked at. Logbook, only got one, my logbook looked at. And yeah, gold star. So I was pretty happy. They did a quick go over the truck and they were happy, and that was it. I was on my way. So yeah, that's always a good result. That nobody's ever shown me how to fill out a logbook. Obviously, I've done them in New Zealand. They're a different setup, different driving hours and that. And you hear so many stories about how easy it is to get tripped up on your logbook. I guess I'm lucky that a lot of my stuff's oversized, so I'm only driving daylight hours. I'm not doing big days when I'm over here. Yeah, it was good to know that everything's okay and I could just carry on as I was. They were happy with how the grader was chained down, and they just went over tyres and everything's good. I mean, I don't like to run dodgy tyres, especially not coming all the way over here. So yeah. Anyway, the sun has just gone down. If I can turn you around. So yeah, beautiful clear day. I've done 900 kilometres today so far, and I'm going to go another 100. I've got an hour and a half driving left, or an hour and a half work time, so I'll go another 100 k's and I'll stop and get fuel, and after that I'll park up and that'll be it. The day will be done. So yeah, alright, we'll update you tomorrow. We'll be back in WA tomorrow morning. We'll be in WA. Can't wait. Well, there we go. That's Friday done and dusted. So, Nundroo Roadhouse, I've just pulled up. There's half a dozen other trucks here. I'm going to have a beer, and that's it. But 1,008 kilometres for the day. That's alright, I'm happy with that. And pulled up by the NHVR, and everything's good. So, anyway, we'll give you an update tomorrow. I've got a folder we wash, and I've got it hanging up in the back there. And then I'm going to call it a night. Righto, guys. Good morning. Saturday morning, and I am at the border. So I got to Nundroo last night, and cold, my God. Frozen all the bloody night. But I've just stopped at the border, coffee, because I think I'm going to need it. It could be another bit of a long stop here at the border. We'll see how we go. The last one I filmed coming through here was when I got sent for inspection, and then the machine got turned down, and yeah, I ended up having to go to the cleaners. So shall we drive down and see how we get on? I'll quickly in this pocket here. I will go to the oversized bay because I may be there sometime. I didn't get any of the standard drone shots coming across the bike there. I really wanted to, but like I say, I'm frozen and it's windy, so my little drone would not have liked it. So I just sailed on through. Alright, here we go. We didn't make it. Inspection. Ah well. At least this one's going. I'll get that window up. This one's going to Perth. So I could nominate Perth to be inspected. Last time I went to Kalgoorlie, because it wasn't going all the way to Perth. No, you're right. Wasn't going all the way to Perth, and I was hoping to get it inspected and then go as far as Tammin, but this one is going to Perth, so I've nominated the cleaners in Perth to do the inspection, and I rang the owner and he's going to book it in, so we'll carry on. We just heard that it's pretty wet in Perth, which is yeah, not very exciting. Actually got some dry weather here for a change, and we're going back to the wet weather in Perth. But anyway, back in WA, good stuff. Right, we're just about at Cocklebiddy, and I'll be stopping in for a shower, but I've just come up behind this here, and you know what I'm looking at here? It says Fly Inset on the back of it. Pulling up in 15 k's, but I wouldn't mind getting around it just so I could have a bit of a nosy. It's battling with the wind. I think he's doing about 80 k's. I'm going to struggle to get past him with this wind as well. I didn't get to catch up with the old Ansett bus, but I'm pulling into Cocklebiddy trying to find a dry place to park. It can be a free-for-all in here, people just stop anywhere. And you know what they say, can't beat them. So pretty good showers in here. I think they cost about $4, but I don't mind paying for a good shower at all. Quite happy to pay if they're nice and clean, and yeah, no problem whatsoever. Stop here, empty all the rubbish out of the truck, and go and have a shower. Well, the shower was free, but it was expensive. The wind caught my door when I opened it. You see there, smashed me weather shirt. So I reckon there'll be over $100 there. And they're a pain. They stuck on adhesive around the top there, and they're tough to get off. It can be quite messy, but well, that was an expensive little stop. Anyway, we'll carry on. just arriving in Norseman, and the fuel is pretty pricey here, but I'm going to put a splash in just to make sure I don't run out before I get to a cheaper servo. It was about $2 a litre, I think, when I was here last week. I would imagine it's about the same still. What do we got? $2.02 a litre. It'll only be a splash. Alright. Good morning. We are on Sunday morning and we're well and truly back in the Wild West. So when I go east, once I cross into South Australia running a logbook, I'm on standard fatigue. Just adjust that camera. I'm on standard fatigue, which means 12-hour days, 12 hours maximum on duty, driving time, whatever you want to call it. Once I get back into WA, I get more hours in the day basically. I can go to 17-hour days, especially as... So Friday was a 12-hour day. I crossed over into Western Australia yesterday, Saturday, which means that straight away I can work a 17-hour day. So yeah, I didn't work 17. I was too tired for that, but I actually got nearly 1,200 kilometres for the day, so that makes life a whole lot better. So at the moment, I am westbound between Coolgardie and Southern Cross, and it is wet out there. I'm going to stop for a bit of fuel at the cross. Right, well hopefully that was the last fuel stop there. So Southern Cross, cup of coffee and a splash of fuel just to get me home. The weather stopped raining long enough to get fuel and it's still not, but I've just heard that it's pretty average in Perth, so I'll be in there just after lunch And yeah, can't unload this grader till tomorrow. Just working out what to do with the dolly because it's only on the ground because I couldn't fit it on the trailer. I don't need it for this load, and it will be just a right pain backing into the yard with it tomorrow. So I'm either just going to park the whole unit at Qdale and come back tomorrow, pull the dolly out, run the trailer and the grader around, then come back to Qdale and hook the dolly back on, head back to the yard that way. So I'll work that out. I've got 3 hours to try and figure that out. Anyway, we've got patches of blue sky, which isn't so bad. The road's wet, but I don't think I'll bother about washing the truck when I get in. Morning, Monday morning. What are we looking at? 4th of August, and obviously got back into Qdale last night, or yesterday afternoon, waited for the rain to stop, and then yeah, I ended up unhooking the trailers, left them here at the hookup, and headed home for the night. So that was good to get out of the truck for a night. And now I've just unhooked the dolly, got myself covered, and it's just always the way, you know, start the day fresh, clean clothes, and 30 seconds later I got crap all over me. You know, talk about give a monkey a gun, bloody hell. Anyway, we're only 10-15 minutes down to where we're going to unload this, and I'll come back and grab the dolly again, put it all back together and head for the yard. So yeah, hopefully there'll be nobody around and I can get a bit of footage. But righto, let's go. Alright, so provided the battery hasn't gone flat, this isn't something I have to think too much about operating. I spend a lot of time as a grader driver. Oh, sounding promising. There we go, beautiful. It's even held this air pressure. Oh no, it hasn't. Very nice grader. It is very nice indeed. want to go for a grade now. Have that just above the ground. Alright.